Judge, this is the case of irreplaceable.
Thank you, Nick. Here we have a couple that have 2 children together, but no trust between them. Let's see where they've been and where they're headed.
Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Lynn Toler presiding.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here today with Quanasia Rose and Chandler Tarquino. The 2 of you have been together for 10 years and you have 2 children together. You do not, however, want to be together anymore. Ms. Rose, I'm going to start with you. Why don't you tell me a little bit about your union and why you're here today?
Your Honor, we're here today because I can't take his compulsive lying. We're gonna have to sit him in a seat next to Donald Trump. I mean, he lies so much, it's ridiculous. Like, it's not even funny.
Hold on. If you were doing what you had to do, I wouldn't be having to lie.
We're gonna talk about this.
Well, let me ask you this. What kind of things does he lie about?
Everything, anything.
Give me 3 top lies.
This one time when we had an argument, he told me that he got shot in his neck. So I'm freaking out, scared that, you know, something's gonna go terribly wrong. He got shot in his neck. I didn't know if he was at a hospital, on the side of the street. All I know that he was shot in his neck. So I'm freaking out, calling every hospital there is. No signs of Chandler Tarquino.
Did he call?
No, he texted me that he got shot in his neck. So now I'm calling every hospital looking for him frantically. I can't find him. 2 hours later, I get a text that he's out of surgery and he's doing okay and he's gonna come see me. So I'm going along with everything, you know, letting him have his glory. And he sends me a photoshopped picture with the gunshot wound. It looked so fake, so animated. Then,
at what point did you realize he was lying?
I knew he was lying from the point when he texted me that he got shot. Nobody sent a text message that they got shot. He comes to my house the next day with a knee bandage on the gunshot wound, okay? Why would you have a knee bandage on the gunshot wound?
Now, Mr. Tarquino, did you get shot in the neck?
No, man, Your Honor. The reason I lied, Your Honor.
Tell me why you had to lie.
I was with another female.
Oh.
You know, I didn't want to be with her, so I was with another female at the time. And, you know, I just told my lie. That was the lie. I wanted that.
Well, you were with another female. You were with another woman. I hate that call it female business, but you were with another woman.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Did you want both women, so you lied to her, so she thought you were just temporarily incapacitated, or you were looking to move on?
Like I'm a good-looking man, and I want my cake and eat it too, Your Honor. I want her, and I want somebody else.
Okay, let me ask you this, Mr. Tarquino. Why a shot in the neck? There's a lot of lies that you could tell. Shot in the neck is hard to back up.
That's so far-fetched, very far. And then when he comes to my house with the knee bandage...
No, I want to know what his reasoning was.
I mean, it was the first thing that came to my mind. It was the easiest thing.
So what was it? Tell me another outlandish story he told you.
Well, he told me he was going to his friend's house to watch a basketball game. And, of course, I know all his friends, and I know that he ain't have no friends at the moment.
She following me. She tracking me, Your Honor. She's following me. That's what she doing.
So I did track him down to another person's apartment. It wasn't a friend of his. It was a woman. And he was there. I called his phone. He wasn't answering, and then he pops up out of there, out of the person's apartment. He's like, oh, well, what are you doing here? I'm like, well, I thought you weren't here. I thought you were at your friend's house. How are you asking me that if I'm here, if you're not supposed to be here?
Well, you ain't gonna tell him about how you went Mike Tyson, though, huh?
Well, why don't you tell me about how she went Mike Tyson?
He blind my eye and everything, punched me in the eye. You know, got all the people out there watching her beat up on me and all of that.
Recall
you
that.
know, tracking my phone. I don't know what she got going on, y'all.
Did you jump on him when you found him?
I didn't immediately jump on him, but we had we exchanged a few words.
Right.
She didn't even let the car stop. She didn't let the car stop.
She didn't let what car? The car she was in?
The car that she brought with her didn't stop. She jumped out the car like she was doing a drive-by.
Me jumping on him was a reaction after what he said to me. He's like, oh, you can leave. Why do I have to leave now? You got caught cheating. Don't tell me I have to leave. You should have discussed this with me before you went and cheated.
Because I cheated already. It's over with. What we gonna do about it? It already happened.
Tell me one more lie. These are good.
Well, there was one time.
Hold on. Can I tell my lie?
No.
I'm gonna get that one last lie. And then I'll get to you, Mr. Tarquino.
There was one time that he told me that he was going outside to move his bicycle. It was like at midnight. He came back from moving his bicycle 3 hours later. It doesn't take you 3 hours to move a bicycle.
I had got a tire flat. I went to take it down the street to the gas station.
At 12 o'clock.
And when you got to the gas station, you got shot.
Something like that. Something like that.
Now, Mr. Tarquino, let me ask you this. Are you committed to her, or are you really dedicated to the proposition that you're good looking and you should have as many women as you want? Because
I'm committed to all the females in the world, Your Honor. How about that? I'm too good looking for one female, Your Honor.
when you got together with her, did you tell her that?
Why would I tell her that?
Because it's the truth. Oh, that's right, I forgot the truth. Doesn't apply. My bad. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to go there. You know, let me tell you. Did you discuss it to her after you got her pregnant the first time about what your intentions were?
No, because she was already pregnant.
After you got her pregnant again for the second time,
I guess she got the picture.
She got the picture?
Yeah.
Did you get the picture?
No, because he still came back to me. So it's like, what are you leading me on for?
When you say he came back to me, what does that mean, really?
I came back to her and 1,000 other women. That's what that means.
That means he came back, he wanted to be home, he wanted to be with his kids, he wanted to be a family, he apologized about everything.
Did he just not have anywhere else to go?
I don't think it was homelessness, because he has other places to go.
I don't think it was homelessness. I think he had other places to go.
He's had other options, plenty of options that he could have went, but he came back because he said he wanted his family. I believed it. He said he's not gonna do it anymore. But I mean, he still did it. There was one time that there was a woman knocking on our window.
Yeah.
And he's like, the woman knocking is like, Chandler. And I'm like, let me see who that is. He's like, no, leave it alone. Don't worry about it. That's just this lady. I got into a fender bender with her. I gave her my information just for her to go away. And now she's knocking on my window probably wanting payment. So I was like, okay, no problem. The next day, it's a knock at the door. Chandler, I know you're in there. I'm like, no, let me get the door. He's like, no, that's the same fender bender woman. Please, she's gonna go away. I promise, she's gonna go away. So it's an old lady. So then I get a text message on my social media from the person knocking at the window and the door saying they know how inside my house looks. So I turned to him and I asked him about it. He's just like, I gotta go. I can't. This is too much.
I can't take
You don't want to believe me, so believe her. I gotta go. Oh. So it's like, it's either I believe him or I believe the other person. If I believe the other person, he has nothing to explain to me.
Right. Mr. Tarquino, what do you got to say about that? Is that pretty much how it went? Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't quite say it went like that. It wasn't the house.
It went just like that.
Look at me,
Just
Mr.
like that.
Tarquino.
It was really a crackhead, Your Honor. She was looking for some
She
dope.
was a crackhead?
There wasn't no dope in the house, Your Honor.
I don't think he's being 100% honest. I think he's just still being young in the mind. When he doesn't have that
Well, he's 29 years old. How young in the mind could
I don't
he
know,
be?
like teenage, because who has a family and wants to sleep around and be with a whole bunch of women?
You don't watch Divorce Court, do you? Crackhead randomly pick your house to find some dope.
Stay in the hood, Your Honor.
You in the hood?
Hey, we stay in the hood.
But
Crackheads knock on the window
I don't
all the
live in the
time.
hood, but I don't think that crackheads just go to every random house looking for crack.
No,
they go
they
where
don't.
they think it is.
It ain't at my house, but she thought it was.
She knew his name.
She
knew
didn't know
how
my
inside
name.
my
She
house
called.
looked.
Who she called me?
She called you Chandler, and she told me
Oh.
how the inside the house looks.
She didn't call me Chandler. She said Chance.
Oh my gosh.
She said Chance. She ain't my
Mr.
name.
Tarquino,
my
why
name
don't you
ain't spelled
tell me
Chance.
something about Ms. Rose that you find distressing that you
Parmesan.
believe would lead
I work hard,
to you
Your Honor.
leaving?
Right now, I work 2 jobs, Your Honor.
You work 2
So, you know,
jobs.
she don't work. She stay at home, take care of the kids. She don't really do no cleaning. You understand what I'm saying? You know, I work. So
house
she
doesn't
asked
clean
me one
itself.
time, while called me at work one time, she asked me for $250. She wanted to invest it to make more money. So I'm like, I know I'm from the hood. I know about them get-rich schemes everybody doing. So when I give her the $250, I'm saying, understand what you're doing, because understand that this is our last. So if you're doing this, if you lose it.
Did you know about what she was trying to invest in?
Yeah, I knew about it, but
you
she
thought
didn't
it was
know,
a scam.
She didn't know as much as I know. So
Right.
when I told her about it, you understand what I'm saying? I made sure she understood what she was doing. So when I give her the money, she lose the money, and she don't want to tell me about it. So it go by a whole week, you understand what I'm saying? And she think I forgot about it, but I did not forget about it, because that's $250 that came out my pocket. You understand what I'm saying? So now, I bring it up out the blue after having sex with her. So what happened to the $250?
Talk about setting up a conversation.
You feel me?
I hear you.
Crazy.
Ms. Rose, did all of that occur?
No, not the way you said it. Not
Will you
not
tell me your version of that story?
The thing that I had got into, it was something for you to invest in, and you're not gonna get your money back right away when you invest in something. It takes time.
It's 2 years later. Did you get money
Ms.
back?
Rose, did you what?
She ain't
Was
get
it a
no money back
scheme?
yet.
I didn't know it was a scheme. It was the
Did you get a quarter back?
It was what? No, stop.
It was the 250 turned into 2,500.
That's a scheme.
I didn't know.
You know what I mean? But you're talking about that tenfold investment thing, you know, from a cat who's, you know.
My point proven.
Sir,
You owe me $250.
I don't.
Well, what do you want to happen, Ms. Rose? Because he has stated quite unequivocally what he intends to do. He intends to spread his charm and his beauty all amongst the females or the women of this world.
Better believe it.
And without regret, without remorse. What do you intend to do given that information? This woman just said to me that she would let you do as you please with respect to other women if you would just be honest about it. And you're telling me your response to that is
what? It's no
what?
fun when I tell her. If she know it's no fun, I like to hide.
Oh, you like to creep?
I like to play
Oh my
peekaboo, y'all.
God.
If you would like your case to be heard on divorce court, call us toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or log on to our website at divorcecourt.com. Missed a show? Watch full episodes on our streaming platforms, and for exclusive content, go to Apple TV.
I don't think he's being 100% honest. I think he's just still being young in the mind. When he doesn't have that
Well, he's
time
29 years old. How young in the mind could
I don't
he be?
know, like teenage, because who has a family and wants to sleep around and be with a whole bunch of women?
You don't watch divorce court, do you?
I don't think she do,
But he should be dedicated. He acts like he's dedicated, so don't lead me on and then
I'm
play these
dedicated.
games.
What makes you think he's dedicated?
Because he does everything. He takes care of home, he works, he makes sure that his family is good, but he still has his bad habits, his bad ways. He lies for no reason. I give him that option to be open with me, and if he needs to do other things, let me know rather than keep me in the dark, so I don't have the incident like when that woman's knocking
Keeping you
at
in the dark is better. The adrenaline get pumping.
God.
Mr. Tarquino,
Yes, ma'am.
this woman just said to me that she would let you do as you please with respect to other women if you would just be honest about it. And you're telling me your response to that is
no
what?
fun when I tell her. If she know it's no fun, I like to hide.
Oh, you like to creep?
I like to play
Oh
peekaboo,
my
y'all.
God. It could be so
If we
much
ain't
easier.
playing hide and
It could
seek,
be
I
so
don't
much
want to play
easier.
at all.
Oh my God.
So
That's it.
the creeping in and of itself is fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
adrenaline,
hiding, the rush,
Yeah.
all of that. She's looking at the hospitals, you
Yeah.
running,
Yeah.
You jumped, all of that.
Like a child.
Like a child.
Like a child.
Child that handled his business. You weren't complaining in the beginning.
So what if your daughter brought home
Exactly.
a younger version of you? What would you do?
What? Exactly.
Well, she'll grow up one day.
You heard of ropes and handcuffs, right? This is gonna be a different meaning of ropes and handcuffs. She ain't gonna go nowhere. She gonna be in my house for the rest of her life. She ain't gonna have no boyfriend.
Right.
Forever.
Right.
Ever. There ain't gonna be no man. It's just gonna be me and her in the world. Me and my daughter. She ain't gonna have no
Exactly.
man for her.
You scared me. Ms. Rose, you are seeking $379 for the Apple Watch you said that Mr. Tarquino dropped and broke. Why don't you tell me the circumstances of that?
First of all, it was the first Apple Watch ever made.
Stop. Go ahead.
We had a disagreement, and I asked him to pack his things and leave.
$350?
And he went on my dresser and started to just ramble things around, knowing that I have important items on there that may break if dropped. And he continued to just disrupt my dresser, and he threw off my Apple Watch. I think he did it purposely because he's jealous.
Okay. Mr. Tarquino, what is your story about the Apple Watch?
I did it on purpose, Your Honor. I did. I don't even care, I did. But $350? It was the first Apple Watch ever made, Your Honor. You think I'm gonna pay $350 for a first Apple generation watch? I'll give her $1.50.
Well, how old was the watch?
It wasn't the first. It was the second generation.
How old was the watch?
Oh, how old was it? It was like 90 days old.
90
I just got
days.
it. I
So you
just
talking
got
about
it.
90 days from this day?
I just got the watch.
90
Your
days from
Honor.
this day.
Do you have anything that would tell me how much a second generation Apple Watch would cost?
Google?
Google. I ain't got
You want me
Google.
to pay $350
All right.
for it?
Here we are. I'm gonna have a conversation with the only person in this duo that would respond logically. So you can relax. And let me talk to you,
Your
Ms.
Honor, she
Rowe.
don't even know the
Hey, not another word. He is who he is. He told you who he is. He continues to be who he is without any problem. I mean, you whooped him once, which I cannot recommend because you can go to jail. Just because you're a woman and you hit him, you still go to jail for it. That's still domestic violence, still inappropriate. I think you're a charming young lady. I think you are very bright. I think you are attractive. I think you have a lot of sense. I think you got 2 kids with him, so you feel stuck. But I also want to say to you, there's always education and there's always employment. If you're sick of this crap, move forward. Yes, he's paying your bills right now, but he doesn't have to in the future. You continue to love and you continue to grow and expand and be more functional on your own, so you don't have to put up with this nonsense. I know you got 2 kids and it's hard. I get that part. You kind of made the deal with the devil and you're just kind of seeing through it. But if you're gonna make a deal with the devil, don't let the devil send you to jail by getting angry with it. You know who he is, you know what he's about, and if he's sneaking because he thinks it's fun, he enjoys your response. He enjoys the excitement of jacking you around. He enjoys all of that. Mm-hmm. Don't give it, you're giving him everything. Everything. And if that's the deal you want to cut, because you're a grown woman, you can cut any deal you want to. But also be in a position to cut a better deal by being a better person all the time, by allowing your options to grow in case this gets old. Because good Lord, it's going to get old. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
And the last thing I got to say, your daughter will live the life that you give your wife. You can talk all that yin-yang about locking her up in your house, but you know that ain't gonna happen. And the first fool that comes along and gives her any line at all and then treats her horribly, runs around on her, treats her badly, lies to her, upsets her, if you wanna get your heart broke, watch that happen, because that's exactly what you're teaching her to take. There will be no recovery in this matter. It is so ordered.
So you're committed to every girl in the world.
I feel like I look too good, I made money, I got everything, car, house.
So you think he can kind of redeem himself?
Yeah, I think with the advice she gave and the words that she used, and it will trigger something in him to change.
Okay.